This is Alex Ramsey, host of Night of the Batman, with a review of the Underdwellers. Now, before I start the review, I'll give you a brief summary. This basically just starts out with kids stealing from people and working for against their will. Well, this sewer king, this bum who forces them to give him food and valuables and stuff, and lives in the sewer, hence the name. And Batman finds one of them, saves him, and lets him live there for a while, and also saves the rest of them later on. He almost lets him fall to his death towards the end when they're fighting in the sewer, but he says he'd let the courts handle it, but this time he's sorely tempted to handle it himself, which I think was a really nice thing that defines him through just that one line. Alright, now to the review. Now the pros. First off, like I mentioned earlier, the ending. I like how he didn't kill him. That distinguishes him from any of the incarnations that were so far portrayed on TV, because of course the Tim Burton Batman killed, which a lot of people were divided about. And I hate when people bring up and say, oh, well, he killed earlier on, and it was like towards the beginning. It's like, yeah, but that was only for like a little while. That shouldn't influence the movies now. It's a stupid excuse. Yeah, and I also like to see Batman come to the aid of children, and that he's not just beating up criminals. He's actually saving orphans too, and getting them homes towards the end. And this I just don't like this episode. I don't like the villain. I think he's annoying, which I think might be the point, but still, I just don't like him. He's annoying. His voice is annoying. His whole character is just annoying, which I think might be their intention in the episode. Besides those points I just mentioned, it's just not that good. It's not one of my favorites. In fact, it's one of the least I've watched out of all of the episodes, which says a lot, because I watch a lot of them over and over. I just don't like the villain. Again, that's another problem. And the story is okay. It's too generic, I guess. The whole he saves the child and the child. I'll just get to it in the cons. Okay, the cons. First off is the genericness of the story, just the silly kid running around and Alfred having to watch him like a babysitter. I didn't find those funny or charming. I just found those kind of annoying. I wanted them to kind of get on with the story. And also the villain is just annoying. And the story's really generic, and it's just not a good episode. I think that's about all I have to say about it. It's not that I hate this episode, I just really don't like it. It's one of my least favorites out of all the Batman series. If I were to rate this 1 out of 5, I would give it a 1.5 out of 5. While there are some good elements, the bad parts of it make a potentially okay episode into just a bad episode that I don't advise you watch, even for the good parts. It's just a bad episode, one of my least favorites. I wouldn't recommend it at all. Okay, join me next week while I'll be reviewing a better episode, POV.